Hey Collective, welcome to the reading. This is a reading that I was called to do by Spirit. I did a little bit of it last night, and it was very informative, and it's very, very important information that I think we all need to hear. And I think that we hear it all the time, but I don't think we take it in properly, and I don't think we're understanding what these things mean when we hear them in a tarot reading or from, a channeler or whatever you want to say, right? Okay? So I don't think we're taking these messages in, and the thing about it is, it's kind of vital right now because we're coming to a time that is going to be very chaotic. And we're going to need to spread as much love and joy and compassion and forgiveness and gratitude for each other, to know that we're all connected, we are all one. It is what it is. Everyone can feel separate, but the truth is we're not separate from each other. We are a community of a collective group of human beings who are having, we're spiritual beings, having a very human experience, and these things are not easy. There are no handbooks that you get when you plop up, in the hospital your first few days. You don't get a handbook. You don't get that. But you do get gifted with things like intuition and foresight, and we have senses that we can use. You know what I mean? We're not dumb. We just tend to feel separate from God, separate from each other, and we take it out on each other. It's like we're so mad about being separated from each other or from God that we take it out on each other, not knowing that we all feel the same way. So now, that being said, this was this reading that I was guided to do. Like I said, I did a little bit of it last night, and it was really intense. It has a good message. I channel, so I will do other videos where I strictly just channel. It's a little bit different than what I'm doing now, but I will do those videos. I have no choice. Spirit has told me we're running out of time, and I can't wait any longer, so I have to get my balls, picked up and actually use them. Like, I can't, I'm terrified to be on camera, I'm not gonna lie, but I'm more terrified of what happens if I don't, right? So that, like I said, that being said, I'm going to get into this reading. Okay, spirit guides, spirit angels, God, creator, divine, whatever you want to call it. We are calling you here today, calling you in this room today to help me read these cards, to tell the collective the messages that you've already told me, but let's tell them again. Help me to read these messages appropriately, properly. Protect this reading. Protect us from our enemies. Help us to forgive our enemies and love each other. Now let's get to it, Spirit. Tell me what you told me last night. What is the current situation? What are we going through? What are we facing? What are we facing? Please be honest with us, Spirit. Tell us, what are we facing? Help me to tell the collective the messages that are needed today in these times. What are we facing? What they did last night, just lipping. And I was guided to use this deck. It's the Pagan Otherworldly deck. It's got the messages. I'm going to stop there because that's a lot, and I need to get some put on the board. Okay, what do we got going on here? Holy shit, you killed me with all these. Okay, well, let's get it together then. I'm just gonna go with it. I'm gonna go with it, put it where I feel it needs to go, and Spirit will tell me yes, no, or otherwise, and we're gonna do it like that, right? We need to look at the point of view. We need to adjust or look at the point of view that we have, or the way we feel about money. we need to change that thinking. We need to opt with a new thought process on that situation with money. What do we got? Guys, I don't... Sorry if it's getting quiet for a few minutes. I need to put these cards out exactly where they need to go, and I don't want to get it wrong, you know what I'm saying? Because it matters. We're not trying to look at it. It's like we're closing our eyes to the obvious. So we need to change our point of view and our perspective on money and money matters and maybe material matters, because I don't think that we're seeing them correctly. We need to adopt the ability to trust our intuition and the things our hearts feel, to be able to create the environment that we want. We need to learn from the lessons that have been taught over the entirety of ever. But seems that we're not grasping them properly. We're not fulfilling ourselves. We're relying on things that aren't where there's a lack of self-fulfillment. We're not, our fulfillment doesn't lie in money matters, is what it's saying. It lies in nature and in the spirituality. It lies in emotion and heart. We have a situation where we need to quickly walk away from the illusions and the things that do not serve us. We need to do that now, but it's like we're not moving. It's like we're closing our eyes and pretending that we don't see what's coming. And we got this karmic wheel that has no choice but to land where it's going to land, because it has no choice. It's almost like we're sacrificing ourselves or holding on to the wrong things to see ourselves through. We're giving to the wrong things. Remember when you were a child. Remember memories that you love, but remember when you were a child. And I'm sorry, I had a terrible childhood, but I do have some fond memories, you know. And everybody does. It doesn't matter if you had a terrible childhood or not. There is something good that you can remember. Look back on it. Remember that you were the seeker of knowledge then, and you were open to everything. You didn't say, oh, that can't be real, that can't be true. We believed in Santa Claus, the Tooth Fairy, the Easter Bunny, and every other little, you know, thing that was different, and it was imagination, and it was different. Remember that and offer that, because it's like we keep looking at this money and this beauty and this wealth and material existence and sex and that's where we're looking instead of where we need to be looking. See, here, hold on. Yes, we need to become the seekers again. We need to become the seekers again, you guys. I might get emotional on this because there's a judgment call. Listen, I'm going to start shaking. This is what I was getting last night. Okay. The trumpets will be blown, okay? They will be. The sirens are coming. The trumpets are coming, right? They're going to be blown. And when they do, we're all going to look around like we weren't expecting it, right? Oh my gosh, how is this happening today? There are 1 million people on YouTube alone that are trying to tell you the same thing that I'm saying, okay? They're everywhere. They're trying to tell us all the truth, and nobody wants to accept it. We want to keep walking around buying the freaking expensive bags and all the bullshit, materialistic, wealthy crap that doesn't mean dick at the end of the day, because you cannot eat a Gucci purse. You just can't, okay? So when we're stuck surviving off of the bare earth, we better have some fucking skills in play and some faith. Look, it's saying that we are like feeling trapped, like the trumpets are listen bro, oh my god, the trumpets are sounding, okay y'all, and it's like we can either unstuck ourselves from this bullshit, or we can pretend that we're stuck, and we're not going to have a victory. We're going to have a loss, a major desolation. There will be life lost. We've already built this, but we need to build something new, and we have time. We still have time. We have to do it now, though. We have to do it now. And we have to have faith. Listen, spirit will never guide you in the wrong place. Your heart will never guide you in the wrong place. Your higher self will never guide you in the wrong place. If we can do it now, if we can build a foundation out of this, we have time, and there will be a positive justice. We need to adopt a new thought, a new way of thinking. We need to stop fighting with each other and start seeing each other as positive, having victory instead of having defeat with one another. Listen, I'm gonna tell you right now, while we're all busy trying to do this material shit and fuck with each other, like, you know, all sexy and shit like that, and I know that sounds so cheesy, like a mom would say that. I am a mom, so my kid's always like, you're such a mom. Cracks me up. Yeah, turns out shit happens, man. I didn't expect it. Anyway, let me stop. Okay, look, I'm going to show you something that I'm seeing right here. I just want to show you something that I'm seeing. While we're busy right here, right, focus on this. Focus, this is what we're doing. I just want to see who's watching. Look who's watching, bro. I'm a mom saying bro. I don't know. I say it all the time. It's my thing. Look who's watching though. Do you see that? And look at the devil. Look at it. It's terrifying. Y'all, guess what we need to stop doing? This is saying to stop trusting in the bullshit. Because while we're doing this, right? Look who's watching and plotting. And he's just, if you line these cards up, if that shit would move, he's just on the other side of that rock. Oh, he's right there, bruh. If that don't say something to a motherfucker, oh, baby. Seven of Swords, he's watching, plotting. And there's more. And it's like there's something coming in with the tide, you know, rolling in with the tide is what I see. What the fuck? Say it over and over and over again. This stuff is serious. We are at a time where we cannot fuck around anymore, guys. This is serious. It's not about the cuss words, okay? It's not about if you smoke cigarettes or you don't, or you vape or you don't. It's not about if you do drugs or you don't. Maybe you live a really healthy lifestyle and somebody else eats nothing but Kentucky Fried Chicken. It doesn't matter, okay? Somebody's super fat and somebody's super skinny. It doesn't matter, because we're still all connected. And the way we treat each other is like a ripple effect in a pond, okay? You throw a stone, that ripple goes all the way to the end. But you want to know what? It hits something and it comes all the way back. It all affects everything. I'm going to have to start doing these videos maybe a few times a day, because I have to make up for some time, and it is really seriously vital that we are taking these messages in, because there is something trying to help us, okay? The people that are channeling other beings, they are trying to help us. They're saying, if you don't want this, adopt this way of being. And you know, yes, if you've grown up in a bad situation, or if you've only known hate your whole life, you know, and heartache and sadness, baby, I'm sorry, okay? And I can relate. But at a certain point, we have to go, okay, not everybody hurt us, right? And we need to forgive the ones who did, because imagine what they went through in their lifetime to become the person that would do that to you. See, we're in the generation right now, we're in the time right now where people are breaking major cycles, right? So that victim cycle is no longer, because you're breaking it, you're not perpetuating the crime that was done to you. That is a blessing, and that's hard work. It's not easy being a person who overcomes serious trauma, but you can do it. If there is anybody out there right now who is sad, who is lonely, who is depressed, listen, I'm putting heart out there for you. I am pumping the most sincere love your way. I've been there too. I have an arm full of chop marks, but you know what I figured out at the end of the day? I ain't going nowhere. I've chopped my arm every way you can chop it, okay? And I ain't going nowhere. So here I am. I've been on drugs. I've OD'd. I've died and gone to another place, okay? What I'm telling you is I'm not going anywhere, so I'm giving up on that. That's not my, and everybody's situation is different. But I want you to know, Spirit and I love you so much. And there are more than just me and Spirit out there that love you. I promise you. Maybe people don't tell you enough, but they should. If they're not saying it, I'm sorry, but I love you, okay? There is someone that I'm talking to right now. I love you. Don't do anything stupid. This is gonna be okay. We can come together. You gotta reach out. You have to reach out. And we need to reach out to each other. And we need to start embracing each other, y'all. Come on, man. I'm sorry to get emotional, but it's serious now. This isn't playtime anymore. We've done that for too long. We're ignoring all the signs and everybody who's trying to tell us, and you know it's just going to get really bad for us. I'm talking right now. We need to start this process, y'all. Right now. There's so many of us waking up, and I'm so grateful for that, but it's got to happen faster. We got to wake each other up faster. Share the videos that help wake people up. Eventually, something that you share will get through to the one person that you're hoping for it to get through to. And then next thing you know, they're calling you going, man, let me just tell you, that video really did something to me. Or what you said really, really stuck with me. Don't be silent now. Okay, I've been silent for too long, and I'm getting nervous, okay, because I already know what's coming. For some of us out there, for some of us, the knowing is really, really difficult. There's a lot of people that are sharing information right now because they already know what's going to happen, what's coming, and they're trying to stop it. I'm one of those people. It's not easy to know what I had to see, okay? It's not easy to know that that's our future if we don't shape up now. It's not easy. I promise you we're stronger than we look. we're stronger than, we have so much energy in us. What did that, I heard something like 500 trillion volts, something ridiculous. Even if it's only 100 trillion volts of electricity in our bodies, in one single human being. Imagine if you direct that energy in the right place. And imagine if a bunch of us came together and directed that energy in the right place. Think about that, man. We are so in need of connection right now. So in need. I mean, to tell ya. And it's getting me nervous. It's getting me nervous, but I'm considering putting out some of my information so that people can get a hold of me if you're in need of someone to talk to, or if you know, need some advice, or I'll have to pray. I'm gonna have to sit and pray and meditate on that, and then see what I can do. Anyway, look, we need to become the seekers like we were, right? We need to seek the right things. Do you want to know, I live in a fucking tiny trailer. I am using a board that I painted as my tarot table. I have literally 3 decks of tarot. I used to have, my whole house burned down. I lost everything. I used to have over 100, easily over 100 decks. I had so much shit. It all was gone in that fire, every single thing. It happened in June, and so starting over has been a bitch. But you know what I learned is that I didn't need all that shit to make me a good tarot reader, to make me intuitive, to make me be able to hear spirit better. I didn't need all those fucking clothes, and I didn't need any of it. Spirit told me to become what I'm trying to become the answer, right? To become the answer, to become the guide, or the messenger, to find the people. There are people that are going to hear my message, and I doubted it for a really, really long time, and I kept second guessing it, and I can't do that anymore because we are running out of time. So I'm sure there are many other people out there that I'm talking to right now that have either already known what they were supposed to do, they're a messenger, they know things I know, and they're scared to come out or be on camera or do whatever. You don't even have to put your face on camera. I'm choosing to because I want to engage with you guys. I want you to see this is who I am, okay? And I want to be able to engage with you guys. I'm serious. I love you all. I'm sorry I went off. It's just very vital information, and I'm gonna keep putting out videos. I have no choice anyway because Spirit's not gonna let me not, and it's my duty. Anyway, I love y'all. I will see you in the next one.